Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series on electrical installation, maintenance and testing. In the last class, we have discussed the testing of transformer and we have found that there can be the type test, there can be the routine test and we can conduct the special test also on the transformer. So let's consider the detail of routine test. In the routine test, we have to measure the winding resistance. Now we know that we are using the resistance meter for measurement of this winding resistance, and this test measures the resistance of high voltage and low voltage winding. The values of resistance should be balanced for all the three phases and should match the designed values. So we are having the designed values with us, and after making the routine test we can note down the observed value and it should be matched with the designed value. The equipment used is the digital resistance meter nowadays. So that is called as a measurement of winding resistance. Second test is measurement of insulation resistance. We know that the insulation resistance value in terms of mega ohms. So if the value of insulation resistance is come to minimum value, it means that we have to replace that insulation, and if we are not replacing that insulation, it means that transformer might get failure at any time, and because of this there is a huge revenue losses. Now it measures the insulation resistance of high voltage, low voltage winding with respect to earth and between the low voltage and high voltage winding. The equipment used can be the Megger and it can be the insulation tester. The recommended values are 2000 mega ohms for high voltage and 500 mega ohms for low voltage. So that is the measurement of insulation resistance. The third subtype of routine test is separate source voltage withstand test. It means what? It means we have to make the high voltage test on high voltage side and low voltage side. Let's say this test checks the insulation property between primary to earth, secondary to earth and between primary and secondary. For high voltage test, we have to make low voltage winding connected together and it should be earth. So high voltage winding connected together and given 28 kilovolt for 11 kilovolt transformer for 1 minute. So this voltage should be withstand for this amount of time. Now if we are interested to conduct low voltage high voltage test, at the low voltage side we have to conduct the test. It means that high voltage winding connected together and it should be earth, and LV winding, low voltage winding, is connected together and given the nominal value, that is called as 3 kilovolt for 1 minute. And the equipment used for performing this test is high voltage tester of the rating of 100 kilovolt and 3 kilovolt. So that is called as a separate source voltage withstand test. So here the connection diagram shows the high voltage test. Here is a dimmer we are using. we have to measure the voltage and we have to measure the current. So this is the high voltage transformer we have to connect, and we have to perform the test for this transformer. Now we have to use this high voltage side for connection, and we have to use this low voltage side, and they are connected together and make the earth. The reverse connection is for low voltage high voltage test. Same way we have to connect the low voltage winding, dimmer, voltmeter, ammeter, again the high voltage transformer, and the other side of high voltage is clubbed together and it should be earth. The recommended values are for 111 kilovolt, we have to apply the high voltage of 28 kilovolt. For 22 kilovolt winding, we have to apply 50 kilovolt high voltage. For 33 kilovolt, we have to apply 70 kilovolt high voltage. And for 433 volt, we have to apply 3 kilovolt voltage. The fourth test is induced overvoltage withstand test. It is also called as DVDF test. Now the purpose of this test is to check the inter-term insulation. Let's say for 11 kilovolt 433 volt transformer, 880 volts are applied at the 433 volt winding with the help of generator for 1 minute. This induces the 22 kilovolt on 11 kilovolt side, and the frequency of 880 volt supply is also increased to 100 Hz. And the equipment we are using to perform this test is motor generator set. So this is the test connection. So this is the 440 volt input is applied to the motor. We have to use the dimmer of 440 volt. We have to use the switches, fuse. So this is the generator. We are using the voltmeter and ammeter, and this is the transformer under the test. So this is the low voltage side we have to connect, and the high voltage side is like this. So this is called as DVDF. It means double voltage, double frequency test. Or it is also called as induced overvoltage test. Induced overvoltage test. The fifth routine test is measurement of voltage ratio. We know that this voltage ratio is V1 by V2. It should be constant, and that value is as per the design value. Let's say this test measures the voltage ratio as per the consumer's or customer's requirement. We know the formula as V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2. The voltage ratio is equal to the turns ratio in a transformer. Using this principle, the turns ratio is measured with the help of turns ratio meter. If it is correct, then the voltage ratio is assumed to be correct. And the equipment which we are using is turns ratio meter. The sixth routine test is measurement of no load loss and current. What is the purpose of this test? We know that the iron losses and no load current are to be measured periodically. The 433 volt winding is charged at 440 volt supply, and 11 kilovolt winding is left open as the no load. The power consumed by the transformer at no load is the low load loss in the transformer. Now the effect of actual frequency must be taken into the account. The equipment used for performing this test is wattmeter, or we can measure with the help of power analyzer. So this is the measurement of no load loss and current. So this is the dimmer which we are using. We are using a 3-phase transformer, no doubt. So this is the LV side, we have to connect the dimmer. ammeter and wattmeter, and we have to make the connection like this, and we have to keep open the high voltage side, so that is a no load. The seventh routine test is measurement of load loss and impedance for efficiency and regulation. This test measures the power consumed by the transformer, and when the 433 winding is short circuited, the rated current is passed through 11 kilovolt winding, and the equipment used are wattmeters or power analyzers. So this is the connection of measurement of load loss and impedance. This is the input of 440 volt dimmer, and this is a transformer of high voltage and low voltage side. The low voltage side is connected together with the help of ammeter, and this is called as full load losses. We are using the 3 ammeters and we are using the 2 wattmeters like this. And the last test of the routine test is oil breakdown voltage. We know that the importance of the transformer oil. The purpose of the transformer oil is for insulation as well as for the cooling purpose. So oil breakdown voltage is checked as per IS 335. So that is the international standard number 335. Let's say 100 millimeter length by 70 millimeter breadth and 80 millimeter height glass pot we have to use for the oil sample of 500 ml. The spherical electrodes with the gap of 2.5 millimeter we have to use. The recommended value for the transformer oil is 60 kilovolt, and the equipment used is oil breakdown voltage test set. So I hope you understood the types of routine test, their detailed procedure along with the circuit diagram. In the next class we will discuss the type test, and the lightning impulse test is a very important. No doubt in your in-semester exam or in your end-semester exam, the question will be asked, explain the routine test in detail. So you have to use these 8 routine tests along with the diagram and along with the explanation. Thank you. God bless you all.